It's Tuesday, April 21st. In the headlines, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness calls for major housing push as National Housing Trust marks 50 years. MOCA and Indicom sign collaborative MOU. In business news, Central Bank provides liquidity support to the financial sector. Regionally, in Trinidad and Tobago, regional election officials meet to train on AI risks. And in sports, UTech athletes urged to uphold legacy ahead of Penn Relay's 2026. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. The government is renewing plans to expand housing and reshape urban development across Jamaica. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness touted these plans while addressing a special church service marking the 50th anniversary of the National Housing Trust. Speaking at the Webster Memorial United Church, Dr. Holness highlighted the agency's 5 decades of service, while outlining an ambitious vision for the next 50 years, one that includes large-scale housing development, post-hurricane recovery, and major urban renewal. He also warned that Jamaica must urgently address housing supply constraints and rethink how communities are planned and built. We have more in this report.
In a reflective but forward-looking address, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness praised the National Housing Trust for what he described as its role in transforming lives and strengthening communities over the past 50 years.
Today we gather in a spirit of gratitude, reflection, and renewed purpose. We give thanks not only for 50 years of service by the National Housing Trust, but for what that service represents: security for families, dignity for citizens, and the steady construction of a nation, one home, one community at a time, for several generations.
According to Prime Minister Holness, recent hurricane damage has exposed serious vulnerabilities in Jamaica's housing and infrastructure systems. He says the country now faces a key question in its recovery.
The question was, will we rebuild better? Not what we had before, but what we should have had. More importantly, what we could have. Would we rebuild quickly, but weakly? Or would we rebuild deliberately, but stronger? It is in answering that question that the National Housing Trust has assumed a central and defining role.
He revealed that the NHT is currently managing what he described as a train line of more than 41,000 housing solutions at various stages of development, alongside major investments in new communities across the island.
That includes approximately 10,700 units under construction, nearly 6,000 at the contract stage, more than 11,500 in procurement, and 11,600 in planning and design.
Dr. Holness also used the platform to stress that Jamaica's housing challenge is not only about financing but supply, arguing that limited housing stock continues to drive up prices and deepen pressure on the market.
For too long, we have approached housing primarily through the lens of access to financing for home buyers. But increasing loan limits without increasing supply only drives up prices. The real constraint has been land, infrastructure approvals, and construction capacity. And that is why the NHD is now shifting focus towards large-scale master plan developments that can deliver housing at the scale Jamaica requires.
The Prime Minister also pointed to future plans for large-scale urban renewal and expanded development, saying Jamaica must rethink how its cities and communities are structured to improve efficiency, resilience, and quality of life. Reporting for the news on PBCJ, I am Danita Rodney.
The Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA, and the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, have signed a Memorandum of Understanding to strengthen collaboration and enhance the effectiveness of their investigations. The agreement, signed on April 20 at MOCA's Kingston headquarters, will facilitate joint investigations, improve information sharing, and provide INDICOM with technical support, including expertise on cyber analysis and financial investigations. MOCA Director General Colonel Desmond Edwards says the partnership formalizes ongoing cooperation between the agencies, particularly in areas where their mandates overlap, such as corruption and misconduct involving members of the security forces. INDICOM Commissioner Hugh Faulkner described the MOU as a significant step, noting that modern crime and corruption require coordinated, multi-agency responses. The Ministry of Education has launched an investigation into allegations of bullying at Jamaica College following the circulation of a video showing a student being physically assaulted on the school compound.
Violence and bullying have absolutely no place in our schools, and we will use every resource at our disposal to ensure that those who are responsible face the appropriate consequences.
The probe comes amid claims from the mother of a former student who was previously injured in a separate violent incident that the school has a culture of bullying and gang activity. She says the emergence of the latest footage supports her allegations. The video, which has sparked public concern, shows a group of students surrounding a boy who is repeatedly slapped and beaten with a belt. The latest incident reportedly occurred last week and prompted the school officials to conduct meetings and launch an internal investigation. GLP-1 therapies are a class of medicines that help lower blood sugar, support weight loss, reduce the risk of heart and kidney complications, and can even lower the risk of early death in people with type 2 diabetes. These must be prescribed by your healthcare specialist and require close follow-ups. We hear more about this from the World Health Organization in this week's Living Healthy report.
Obesity is one of the biggest health challenges of our time. Today, more than 1 billion people worldwide live with obesity, and that number could reach 2 billion by 2030 if we don't act. Obesity isn't just about weight. It's a chronic disease that increases the risk of life-threatening conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers. The World Health Organization has just released a guideline on the use of GLP-1 therapies for adults living with obesity. But what is GLP-1? GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1, a hormone naturally produced by the body that helps regulate appetite and blood sugar. GLP-1 therapies are medicines that mimic GLP-1 hormone. It slows down digestion and reduces hunger, resulting in significant weight loss, especially when combined with healthy lifestyle changes. So what does WHO recommend? GLP-1 therapies may be considered for adults with obesity, people whose body mass index is 30 or higher, as part of comprehensive, lifelong care. What's important to note is that no medication should replace healthy eating, physical activity, and behavioral support. The World Health Organization based its recommendation on clinical studies that show GLP-1 therapies can help people lose 10 to 25% of their body weight over time. They are generally safe but can cause side effects like nausea or digestive discomfort, and in rare cases, major health problems. We therefore advise that these medicines be used under only medical supervision. GLP-1 medicines are a new treatment for obesity. This is why WHO is monitoring long-term trial data to better understand their safety. GLP-1 therapies are also costly and unavailable in many countries. The World Health Organization is strongly advocating to make obesity treatments affordable and accessible as part of continued health care. If you are living with obesity and you want to know more about GLP-1 therapy, talk to a qualified health professional. For the guideline, visit our website who.int.
Time now for the business report with Denise Williams.
Welcome to today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you the developments shaping markets, capital access, and business decision-making across Jamaica and the region. Let's get into the stories that matter. The Bank of Jamaica says it received 5 bids totaling $4 billion for Monday's liquidity support operation, although it had sought to provide just $3 billion to deposit-taking institutions. The central bank says it allocated a full $3 billion at an average interest rate of 5.76 per annum. Deposit-taking institutions include commercial banks, building societies, merchant banks, and credit unions. Port Authority of Jamaica received a stable credit rating from Caribbean Information and Credit Rating Services Limited, CARI-CRIS. This credit rating is supported by solid cargo operations, institutional stability derived from the Port Authority's legislative mandate, and ongoing infrastructure modernization across the cargo, cruise, and business processing outsourcing business lines. A gradual improvement in global economic activity with strengthening global cargo and cruise market conditions is expected to sustain revenue generation and operating performance. Consequently, PAJ is projected to maintain sound financial metrics, stable cash flow generation, strong capitalization, and adequate debt service capacity over the next 12 to 15 months. The ratings continue to reflect Port Authority's strategic importance to the government of Jamaica, the domestic maritime sector, and the wider economy. The authority also maintains a favorable market position in containerized cargo in Latin America and the Caribbean, supported by strategically located ports. For the trading period of April 2026, the most actively traded securities were Lasco Distributors Limited with 4,128,757 units, representing 19.57% of market sales activities. Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited with 3,416,536 units, representing 16.19% of market sales activities. Kentire Holdings Jamaica Limited with 2,656,577 units, representing 12.59% of market sales activities. Investor activity remained concentrated in transportation and distribution plays, signaling continued interest in dividend-producing and strategic assets. Turning to the foreign exchange market based on Bank of Jamaica data for April 20, 2026, Forex traders recorded significant activity with strong demand across major currencies. For the US dollar, trading margins reflected steady liquidity, with the US selling at $156.97 and buying at $158.92. For the Canadian dollar, moderate gain supported by 33 cents transaction spread. The Canadian dollar sold for $116.16 and was bought for $115.83. For the British pound, continued volatility offered short-term trading opportunities of $3.31 in profits for the banks. The British pound sold for $216.02 and was bought for $212.71. These movements underscore the importance of cash flow timing and currency awareness for businesses managing import costs, debt servicing, or overseas exposure. For our credit report tip of the day, consider credit as a trust filter. Government agencies and institutional clients are risk managers first. Before they look at how impressive your portfolio is, they assess whether you are financially stable enough to execute it. A strong credit profile communicates that you pay obligations on time, manage debt responsibly, and operate with structure. A weak profile raises concerns about cash flow strain, missed deadlines, or potential project disruptions. If your goal is to attract higher value clients, your credit strategy needs to be intentional. Pay obligations on time because consistency matters more than perfection. Keep credit utilization low to demonstrate control over cash. Build relationships with financial institutions before you need them. Regularly review your credit report for accuracy and gaps, and separate personal and business credit to strengthen your professional profile. For our funded and focused feature, the Caribbean brings stronger sisterhood, but you need structure. Building connections with other Caribbean women across countries can feel powerful. You can share advice, contacts, and support. The Women Entrepreneurship Knowledge Hub shows that mentorship and peer groups help businesses grow. But without clear structure, it can become confusing. Having organized groups or programs helps everyone get the right help at the right time. Staying connected to the Caribbean while building abroad can open many doors. It brings more chances, but more to manage. With the right support, structure, and funding, you can turn these connections into real growth for your business. Support is not just motivation, it's access. You need mentors who have already built businesses across countries, connectors who can introduce you to buyers, partners, and investors, peer groups of women doing similar work in the Caribbean, the US, Canada, or the UK. Research from Women Entrepreneurship Knowledge Hub shows women grow faster when they have strong networks and mentorship. The goal, be in rooms where decisions are made, not just discussed. And that's today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing clarity to capital, markets, and strategy. Until next time, stay informed, stay intentional, and keep building forward. See you soon.
In regional news, electoral officials from across the Caribbean are gathering in Trinidad and Tobago this week for a major training workshop focused on the growing impact of artificial intelligence on elections. The 5-day initiative is aimed at helping election management bodies strengthen democratic systems, manage emerging AI risks, and protect electoral integrity in an increasingly digital and rapidly evolving landscape. Here's more in this story.
Electoral professionals from across the region gathered in Port of Spain on Monday to engage in a training initiative. Chairman of the Elections and Boundaries Commission in Trinidad and Tobago, Mark Ramkerry Singh, highlighted the importance of the training.
So this sharing of information and experience is essential to the management of AI risks, because we, as EMBs in this region, share not only common vulnerabilities and common strengths, but more importantly, a common commitment to democratic norms. This workshop is an opportunity to translate our strength into concrete policies, and hopefully with improved technical resources and mutual assistance.
Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Shirley Botchway, noted that electoral bodies are already dealing with an ever-evolving terrain.
Today, election management bodies face a rapidly evolving landscape. Among the most significant emerging trends is the rise of artificial intelligence. AI offers opportunities to improve electoral administration and enhance efficiency. At the same time, it presents new challenges, from misinformation and algorithmic bias to risk around data protection and public confidence.
Meanwhile, Ambassador Sonia Kopi stressed the importance of the region's electoral commissions.
Your work, the role you play as the guardians and guarantors of electoral integrity in your countries, is important to Australia. And in this increasingly uncertain world, supporting our democratic norms, practices, institutions and processes is more important than ever.
The theme of the 5-day training initiative is exploring opportunities and risks for electoral integrity. Terry-Ann Brown-Campbell, TTT News.
Belize is once again putting the spotlight on girls in technology as the Lead Like a Girl initiative returns for its 4th year, bigger than ever. 140 students from 35 high schools across the country are taking part, exploring opportunities in ICT and building the skills needed to thrive in a digital world. News 5's Shane Williams has this report.
From a small idea to a nationwide movement, the push to get more girls into technology is gaining serious momentum. Marking International Girls in ICT Day, this year's program highlights just how far the initiative has come, now reaching more students and making a bigger impact than ever before. Ministry of Education, Science and Technology Director Namrita Balani says the expanding program reflects rising interest among young women and a clear effort to ensure they aren't left behind as tech careers continue to grow.
2 years ago, we launched the pledge, how you could expose, how you could encourage, and how you could support girls in tech. We worked with the pledges divided into the 4 C's, how you could do it from your couch, your community, your company, and your country. From your couch, simple things like sharing a post, being here, volunteering, to more detailed ones with the country to support. So I think with the scholarship offer that Minister Fonseca has approved, that is how the country is supporting with the ICT scholarship offers as well. So it's nice to see how it's growing. We have the student who was a guest speaker, Celeste Garcia, whose father is a tech guy, and she said that she was exposed early, but she didn't think of it as a field until she came to events like this, and she saw, she's been participating for the past 3 years. This year she's volunteering, and she's enrolling into UB.
Key partners, including UNICEF Belize, are also working to inspire participants to think beyond today and into the future. Country Representative Sajid Ali's challenge to participants is to become the world's next great innovators.
I think it's important. Digital tech transformation is very important because we have seen and there's data to show that more boys are using it and the digital technology and as compared to girls, especially from the age of 15 to 24. And job opportunities or career opportunities are enhanced when you use digital technologies. My message was to believe in themselves. There's nothing that cannot be achieved. We are all here. Whoever has succeeded or been moving on in their career has believed in themselves, of course with a little support from others and of technology. So they should continue to believe in themselves and to support, get the support of others in this field, because they will be the next leaders, they will be the next innovators, they will be the next decision makers for this country and in the world.
That message is already resonating with past participants who are now going on to pursue careers in the field. Participating in past Lead Like a Girl challenges inspired Celeste Garcia to pursue a university degree in tech, and now she's encouraging others to embrace the experience this year.
This is a learning experience, and this event is all about you guys. Give it a chance. Maybe a competition you partake in sparks a passion in you never knew you had. I had no idea how much I love coding until I actually explored it. We need more girls in IT. So it doesn't matter what you know. If you like anything about these games that we play today, please don't hesitate to pursue those interests. Every girl in here, I'm sure, is smart and talented and has something amazing to offer. Each one of you girls is meant to be here. So have fun, experiment, and most importantly, lead like a girl.
In sports, we go to athletics. Student athletes from the University of Technology, UTech, Jamaica, have been urged to uphold the institution's legacy as they prepare to compete at the 2026 Penn Relays in the United States. During an official send-off at the university's Pepin campus on April 17, UTech President Dr. Kevin Brown congratulated the selected athletes, describing their inclusion on the team as a significant achievement.
Your selection is no small achievement. It demonstrates your hard work and your commitment to excellence on the track and in your studies.
Dr. Brown also highlighted UTech's strong sporting tradition, noting that world-renowned athletes such as Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell, Sharika Jackson, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price have emerged from its program.
Many people believe that Champs, which is a big athletic program, has produced the athletes, but I correct them all the time. It is the UTech program, it's the UTech Elite Athletics program that has produced Jamaica's athletes. You name them, they have come through our program, from Usain to Asafa to Sharika to Fraser Price. They have all come through our program, started by coach and sports director Dennis Johnson.
He underscored the importance of the Penn Relays as a platform for high-level competition, international exposure, and development opportunities, while reminding athletes of their role as ambassadors of the university and Jamaica. Head coach Paul Francis expressed confidence in the team's preparation, while athlete Crystal Slowly reflected on the challenges faced throughout the season, highlighting the team's resilience ahead of the competition.
From balancing the school and the academics and the track and field side of things, the early mornings, as I said, having to get to the stadium and having to rush back to the bus in order to get to class to catch a lecture or a test, it hasn't been easy. Yet, we've emerged stronger, more resilient, and more determined. This is a testament to our ability to overcome any obstacle.
The 130th running of the Penn Relays is scheduled for April 23 to April 25, 2026 at Franklin Field in Philadelphia. And that's the news on PBCJ. You can follow us on our social media platforms at PBCJamaica. Thanks so much for watching.